Put your pens down, enjoy the story. I walked into the Rock Bottom Brewery on a Thursday. It was real busy. They put me at a bar stool, no booths or tables available. After I'm sitting for a few minutes, a young man runs by me carrying a big tray of dirty dishes, and he stops, and he looks at me and says, "Sir, have you been helped?" I said, "No, I haven't been, but I'm kind of in a hurry. I just want like a salad and maybe a roll." "Well, I can get you that, sir. What would you like to drink?" I said, "I'll have Diet Coke. It's my favorite." He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We only sell Pepsi products." I said, "No, thanks. I'll have water and lemon." "Great." So he's gone. I'm sitting there. A few minutes later, he's back with the salad and the roll and the water and the lemon. And this is a very key moment in this story. I want you to know something, everybody. I was satisfied. I'm about to give you the secret to customer service for free. Are you ready? True service is doing something for another I didn't have to do. Period. If right now we took the time to get a great customer service story from all of you, and we peeled that onion, guess what we'd find? There would be a moment in that story where somebody did something for you that they didn't have to. That's all it is. So I'm sitting there at the rock bottom enjoying my salad, my roll, and my water, and my lemon. But see, here's the key. If Boston Market or any other organization wants to have the extra edge, we need people willing to go the extra mile. It doesn't just happen magically. Organizations with the extra edge have people going the extra mile. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, this young man decides to go the extra mile. I feel the wind of enthusiasm blowing behind my back. The long arm of service stretches over my shoulder and places right next to my plate a 20-ounce bottle of Diet Coke. "Thank you." "You're welcome, sir." He's gone. My first thought, hire him. I called him over. I said, "I thought you didn't sell Coke products." He says, "We don't." I said, "Well, where did this come from?" Guess what? He says, "Grocery store around the corner." My Diet Coke came from the grocery store around the corner? "Who paid for it?" He says, "Oh, I did, sir, just $1 out of my tip money." I'm hiring him for sales now, okay? And then I asked him one more question. This is all in a moment. It didn't take long. I said, "Well, how did you have time to go get it? You've been busy." He straightens, he smiles, he says, "Oh, I didn't go get it, sir. I sent my manager." Right now, turn and say to your boss these words: "Get me a Diet Coke." Get me a Diet Coke. What a great feeling. I looked up at this guy. He's standing, I'm seated, and I said, "Why? Why'd you do this?" And now he looks sad. His countenance falls. He goes, "I'm sorry, sir. Didn't you want one?" Oh, let me write that down. Do for customers what we don't have to do, and we will have the extra edge in the marketplace. There's nothing new about what I'm teaching right now, but the outstanding organizations excel at it. It was soon time to leave. How many of you had left this young man a really good tip? Yeah, so as my quarters bounced across the bar. I came back a month later. I could not forget him. His name was Jacob Miller. I love his last name, don't you? Jacob Miller. John Miller, if you didn't know, okay? And I walked in, and the hostess greets me, and I said, "One for Jacob Miller's section, please. One for wherever Jacob's working, I want to sit there." And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob is no longer," and my mind went crazy. I started thinking these thoughts. You didn't really lose a guy who did not ask, when is the customer going to learn to read the menu? You did not really lose a guy who did not ask, why don't I get more training and coaching? And when will that department do its job right? And why don't they pay me more? You lost a guy who did not ask, when is the headquarters going to get us more products to sell? You lost a guy that did not make these three horrible statements. You want to kill an organization? Make these statements. Not my problem, not my department, not my job. He didn't say that. He never even thought, well, it's not my department, it's not my problem, it's not my job. He stopped, he looked at me, he said, "Sir, how can I help you?" I'm thinking, you lost this guy? Now let's go back. I didn't say any of that to her. The mind works very quickly, doesn't it? I said, "One for Jacob Miller's section, please." And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob is no longer," and I thought all that, but all I said was this, "Don't tell me you lost him." And she says, "Oh, no, sir. We didn't lose him. We promoted him to management." And I said, "Management? What a waste." See, it's not a waste. if he becomes a manager that does what his manager did. See, that manager understood her job. Her job was to lift up Jacob, so Jacob could take care of John, the customer. And so then John could get up on this platform and rave about the rock bottom and what they did for me.